Red,
So
red,
Vaughn,
red.
I did, no, not counting days, 28 years, 272 days in the military.
Uh-huh.
So what experiences do you have field wise?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You know, I was
What?
well. Okay, first of
I'm
all,
trying to get it. I'm trying to get it from the horse's mouth here, John.
I'm a peacetime veteran. So what are you expecting? I mean, are you
What do you mean
expecting?
peacetime veteran? What do you mean peacetime veteran?
I'm a peacetime veteran. I mean, the Cold War. Call the VA. They say the Cold War never existed. So fuck it. I'm a
I
peacetime
know,
veteran.
but we've had Gulf War, we've had Afghanistan, I've been Bosnia, Afghanistan.
I was long since out. I predicted the Gulf War though. I told them, I said, we're not ready. There's a war coming and we're not ready.
I think that's a pretty easy assumption to say in this world there's a war coming.
Well, no, this was more specific than that. And I got the attention of my LT, and my LT takes me to the commander of the base, and we had a nice little discussion.
To the general?
To the commander of the base, the
Which would
commander
be
of
what?
Fort Hood.
Brigadier General?
I met the commander of Fort Hood, Texas. I don't know if he was a general. I don't know if he was a general.
Probably commander of a whole base. He probably would be.
He was the commander of the whole base.
Maybe only a colonel.
My second Louis sent me directly to him, and the second Louis said, "Tell him what you told me." And I told him specifically, there was a war coming. We're not ready. We need to be out in the field. We need to be training, et cetera, et cetera. And he replied to me that they didn't have the funds, which maybe they didn't. I don't know. Maybe they didn't have the funds.
That's always the excuse.
That's
That's always the excuse. But I tell you, then your military works a lot different than ours, because if a second lieutenant went to a colonel and said, "Listen to this private," that second lieutenant would have his ass ripped out by that colonel and say, "You use the fucking chain of command."
Well, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he used the chain of command. But the thing of it is that, obviously what I had to say was pretty important.
Because I love watching second lieutenants get their ass ripped out.
The point is that I was telling the truth, because we had Desert Shield, Desert Storm, and we weren't ready at first. Of course, Schwarzkopf changed that. He put everything on fast track and got us up to speed, and got everything top shelf, just in the nick of time too, I might add. But the thing of it is that so that's how I got into military intelligence, was through that.
That's what I was.
So while I may have been, my official title in the military is tanker, 19 Echo, okay, but my unofficial title is military intelligence. And this piece of shit down the road ain't no different. I mean, his official title was door gunner on a Huey, but his real title was CI fucking A, because I guarantee you, being a door gunner, you don't learn how to fuck with people's heads. Okay, that's CIA shit. Okay, so he could sit there and say he's a door gunner all day fucking long, and I know better, because I know you don't learn how to fuck with people's heads unless you're in the goddamn CIA. Period. End of story. So he wore two
a little too.
He wore two hats. I wore two hats. I'm sure there's other people that wore two hats. Okay, it's probably not unusual for people to wear two hats.
My experience is, and this is why I do take an exception to a lot of things you say. My experiences was, I originally joined Navy. I was Navy 6 years. I switched over to the Air Force, became weather guy.
Yeah.
And worked with intelligence for 22 years.
Okay.
And a lot of the stories just don't add up, Vaughn. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a prick or anything. They just don't.
I don't care.
I
don't care.
Does it matter if the stories don't add up? Why do you care whether or not the story?
Because I don't like bullshit being put out there.
I lived it. You didn't.
I lived it. I was the one that had fucking bullets fly over my head. Not you fucking little weasel. You sat in a fucking room with your computer fucking jerking off the horse vag.
You're
jerking off the horse vag.
Well, they don't like the fact. They don't like the fact that I left the military and went into government work. That's what it is. I guarantee that's what it is. You know how I know that's what it is? Because Sergeant Ward and Staff Sergeant Ward basically said so. Or you're hanging out with the brass too much. Well, what the fuck does it matter who I hang out with? But yeah, they pretty much said, you know, they didn't come out right and say that, but they basically said you hang out with the brass too much, you're being given a cushy government job, so we hate you, and so we're going to have you pulling weeds out of the fucking sidewalk for the rest of your time here until you get transferred out, which is exactly what happened. This guy's just a butthurt piece of shit. He's butthurt at the fact that I hung out with the brass. He's butthurt over the fact that I got a nice government job and he can't fucking stand it. And so he's talking shit. That's all it is. And he's not the only military person that acts that way. There's a lot of them that act that way. Why? Don't know.
Listen, you fucking old fuck. You've never done nothing. All you did was sit in your mother's fucking house, suck on her teat, drink Mountain Dew.
Is that all I did?
That's true. Prove it. Prove it.
Yeah, prove that's all I've ever done. Go ahead.
It's all on video. That's all you've ever done. You've been sitting in your chair, the single white. You've been sitting here.
Wait a minute. I've been doing videos for 60 years. Really? Are you sure?
Well, according to you, you've been fucking in high school at fucking 1970, junior high.
For 60 years, I've been doing videos. Yes or no?
No. So you've been fighting the communists when you were 1 year old.
When I was okay, no, you
get your timeline going. You can't count past 5.
I think you were here to ask questions. Why are you being so
embellishing?
hostile?
Okay,
I did ask questions, and I got the bullshit answer I expected.
You're embellishing. You are embellishing.
No. I'm embellishing.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
embellishing. What am I embellishing? What am I embellishing?
Listen. Here's the story. And the stories, by the way, the fucking stories on my goddamn Odyssey page. All you got to do is go read it.
Oh, of course they are. Yes, I can put up stories of myself too. Where's the paperwork?
In 1970, I was a junior in high school.
Let's see your paperwork there, big boy.
At what, 6 years old?
Let's see your fucking paperwork there, big boy.
Your paperwork.
Where's your paperwork?
My DD-214's out there for everybody to see. Where the fuck's yours? My DD-214's out there. Where the fuck is yours? Like I said, this motherfucker's just butthurt because
I'm not butthurt, buddy.
Into a government job and he don't fucking like it.
Here we go. Look at there I am. There I am. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, Mr. Canada. Look at that record of service. There you go. My name's. You can do whatever you want with it. I don't give a fuck. You guys don't scare me.
I don't care what your name is. I'm not a troll. I don't care what your name is.
I'm not a troll. There's mine. Right there. 28 years completed.
Well,
272 days past that.
Excuse me. You transferred me into a government job. What do you want me to say?
No government job. You were sitting in a fucking single trailer drinking Mountain Dew for fuck's sake.
There's no government jobs. Okay. All right.
I didn't say there's no government jobs. I said you didn't have one.
You know what? We can't. These trolls can't say that we didn't give you a chance. We gave you a chance to come in here.
But you know what? I gave him a chance too to tell the truth, and he.
I didn't tell the truth. That's fuck. Why would
100 knives?
Hold the fuck on.
You guys see me in here.
Mute him for a minute.
He made Bullseye look bad.
Mute him for a minute. Mute him for a minute. Okay, because I want to talk. Mute him for a minute. Listen to me.
Fuck you.
Listen to me. Okay. I could get on here and I could tell a real whopper of a fucking story. I could tell you that I won the CMOA and that shut up. I'm talking. You either shut up or you get kicked out. Now, I could get on here and I could tell a whopper of a story. I could tell that I won the CMOH and I could tell that I won the Silver Star and the Bronze Star. I could say that I've got more fucking medals than goddamn MacArthur. I could get on here and I could tell a real whopper of a fucking story. I never did that though, did I? No, I didn't. So maybe you should be the one who gets a fucking clue and realize, hey, maybe the guy's telling the fucking truth.
I want to respond. You have claimed that your father got the Congressional Medal of Honor, the Silver Star. No, he did not. The ship did. That's unit. Those are unit
my
award.
Father, okay, shut the fuck up,
unit awards.
Because you're not going to denigrate my father. He's a World War II veteran. He was highly decorated, and you're not going to denigrate him, or your fucking ass is out of here, you son of a bitch. My father won the CMOH,
and I give him all the kudos.
The CMOH, the Bronze Star, the Silver Star. Why? Because when they were under attack by suicide
Bullshit.
planes, he literally saved
That's the
entire
units.
ship and the entire crew of his ship. That's
That
a
is
fact.
the units.
That's not my
That is the
opinion.
unit.
That's a fucking
do not-
historical fact. Okay.
When you were on
He
ship as
was
a
on
unit,
fast frigate.
stand
Shut
down.
the fuck up,
No,
dumbass.
let me talk now. You've been
No,
fucking
because I'm
yipping.
trying to tell the truth.
Right.
Why are you
Brother
guys
Benny.
fighting? Why are you fighting? What are you arguing over?
Because
Weatherman
he's a
came
fucking
in here
YouTube
attacking
troll.
us.
That's all he is. He's just a YouTube troll. He ain't nothing
No,
else.
I'm telling the truth.
No,
those
you're
are
not
unit-
telling the truth. You're telling
those
a bunch
are
of
unit
lies about me,
accommodations.
and I'm sick and tired of these lies being promulgated all over the internet.
Well, so what if
Then
they
stop-
are?
You're telling
then
people I'm
stop
stolen
saying them.
dollar to try and get me in trouble with the brass, and I'm
Then
sick
stop
and tired
saying
of it.
them. Stop saying
All
the
right,
lies.
Weather Guy. We try to give you a chance, Weather Guy, but you came in.
No,
here
you're not
to-
letting me
Well,
talk,
argument
John,
is
because you know
pointless.
what? It's logical. So you know what? Kick me out. I don't give a
Vaughn
fuck.
didn't lie. Vaughn's been telling you the truth, and you're just calling us liars and names.
Vaughn
and you're just
is
being
full of
nasty.
shit, and Vaughn knows it. Vaughn
Vaughn is not full of shit, you dumb fuck. My first permanent duty station was Fort Hood, Texas. I'm in the goddamn fucking yearbook, for fuck's sake. You're an idiot. You're a
Yeah, I don't
fucking
know what
idiot.
that guy's problem was.
You're
Yeah.
a fucking idiot.
Well, you just want to destroy somebody's name and reputation to
Well,
make
that's
them
what they're
less,
doing. They're trying to destroy my name and reputation. That's
just
exactly
to
what
make you seem less believable, less
But
trustworthy.
here's the thing, Sammy, okay? In the military, non-commissioned and commissioned officers, they don't get along, okay? They hate each other.
What was that guy, an officer or something?
No, he's a non-commissioned. He's non-commissioned. He's an
Oh.
NCO, okay? And
Oh.
see, the NCOs do not like the brass at all. They
I know that.
and if okay, well, see, when I revealed the fact that Desert Storm and Desert Shield was coming, which is something nobody knew except the upper echelon people, that got the attention, and that got me flung into military intelligence. And this motherfucker don't like that. Okay, he don't like it. Anybody that's military, they don't like that shit. They don't like it when privates like me are hanging out with the brass, and I'm talking military strategy and tactics, and I'm doing all this. They don't like that. Okay. So like I said, Staff Sergeant Ward and Sergeant Ward they both made it abundantly clear they didn't like the fact that I was hanging out with the
Yeah, you know what I was thinking of?
They also didn't like the fact that I was getting transferred into a government job that I liked. They didn't like that either. Okay. And so they take it out on, you know,
You know what, I'll tell you something personal also.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
What they done, here's what Staff Sergeant Ward and Sergeant Ward did to me until I got out. They had me pulling weeds out of the fucking sidewalk.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, they really did. They had me pulling weeds out of the sidewalk because they didn't like the fact that I was hanging out with the brass and that I was in that I transferred to military intelligence and that I was getting a cushy government. Well, it wasn't a cushy government job. It was actually a shitty government job, but that's beside the point. Point is, they thought it was a cushy government job.
Yeah. You killed people, Vaughn?
I'm not at liberty to discuss what I've done. Like I said, I've got a stack of NDAs this high that I have to abide by.
It ain't gonna last. I do have a question though. Now you say when you kill someone, it changes you. Did it change you, Vaughn, when you killed your mother?
I
Did it?
Oh.
No, you're still an asshole.
I didn't kill